What are the key things we need to take away from these figures?
Well, you were right to hone in on that services number. It's barely budged from March, but the headline and core numbers disappointing as well. Higher than economists had expected, even though inflation is moving in the right direction. The market reaction, as you say, significant here. Gilt yields soaring, the pound higher. It's actually at its strongest in 2 months. And for traders, a June cut basically off the table now. So 12% is the chance they see of a June cut. That's down from a coin toss yesterday. August is now 40% chance in traders' eyes. That's down from 90% on Tuesday. The only fully priced cut at this point is November. Now, contrast that market reaction with the political reaction. We've heard from the Prime Minister, Rishi Sunak, saying today marks a major moment for the economy. Inflation's back to normal. This is proof that the plan is working. So totally different there. The Chancellor, Jeremy Hunt, was already saying that rate cuts would be a feel-good factor for voters. You can imagine the political pressure on the Bank of England to cut rates now when we're in an election year.
Yes, and we are in an election year. You know, probably has to be by some date in January, but, you know, that's unlikely. So probably an election year. I mean, what does this mean politically then, Lizzy? Because you mentioned what the Prime Minister has said this morning, that this is back to normal, but we heard from the Labour Party opposition, of course, performing the duty of an opposition and disagreeing and saying, actually, this isn't normal. It doesn't feel like normal with prices as high as they are. Indeed.
And while the Chancellor and the Prime Minister have been very triumphant about this, Torsten Bell as well at the Resolution Foundation, not so much so. Look, Rishi Sunak made it his top priority last year to halve inflation by the end of the year. They did that, and yet the poll gap with Labour only widened. Can they translate this into votes by the election? You've still had real wages falling, so they're at the actually lowest level since the financial crisis, put it that way. Living standards, I should say, falling in this Parliament, as admitted by the Chancellor himself. And at the end of the day, whose job is it to cut inflation? The Bank of England.